And I want other moms, I want you to know that there's other moms struggling with the same things. And in fact, I may be struggling with something that you're struggling with. Okay, you gonna be in this? That's my water. All right, hi everyone. So as you can see, I have wet hair. I literally just got out of the shower, and I swear the best ideas come to you when you're in the shower. It just always seems to happen. My goal here is to just be so real and transparent. I want to connect with other moms, other homeschool moms and homemakers. And there's one thing that I want to talk about today in particular, and I'm going to try to keep this short. I don't want to rant too much. I've got my sweet little guest. Yes, I do. You're so cute. I want to try to keep this short. I want to talk about mom guilt. Mom guilt is something that I have struggled with pretty much my entire motherhood. And I think it's gotten worse as my kids have gotten older. And I don't really know how to overcome it, to be honest. I know in my head, I know logically that I shouldn't feel this way. And my kids are fine. They don't need me every waking hour of the day. My husband certainly doesn't make me feel that way. He's very supportive, and if I want to go out with a friend or whatever, that's fine. I just have a really hard time leaving the home by myself and not feeling like I'm abandoning my commitments, like I'm slacking on the job, I guess you could say. And I wish I could get around this, but I know that a lot of moms feel this way. So I got to thinking, okay, why do I feel this way? Why do I think that this is really common? And I think what it boils down to, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think it boils down to a heightened sense of responsibility, and I think a little bit of perfectionism. I think that without realizing it, without meaning to, I get it in my head that the way I do things with the kids, with the home, are the way that is best. And I feel like if I'm not around, then it's not going to be done best, which I don't consciously think that. That's not something that I'm spending time on or pondering. You're going to see my hair dry through the course of this video. But if I really analyze it, I think that my mom guilt is very much connected to a sense of perfectionism, even sort of the desire to control certain things. And again, not in a selfish way, not in like a way where I feel like I have to be in any sort of power. In fact, quite the opposite. I make it a goal of mine to, take on the role of a submissive wife. And that is a biblical command, and it is beautiful when it's done properly. The Bible talks about the man loving his wife as Christ loves the church, and about women submitting to their husbands and respecting them. And when both of those ends are held up, when both of those commands are obeyed, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing in a marriage. So I know that today our culture has taken submission and made it almost like a dirty, nasty word. But from a biblical perspective, it's actually beautiful, and it's actually very freeing. So I do try to take that on. However, I will say, here comes my son. My son just came and talked to me, but he's doing his thing now. So I don't have any desire whatsoever to have like a sense of power or feeling of power or anything like that within my home. Yet I still think I struggle with that sense of control, but more from an angle of worry, more from an angle of, well, if I'm not around, will this, and this get done? Or will the kids feel this? Or, well, what if this happens? It's worry. It's not power. It's a sense of worry. And then I think I feel guilty if I'm not here because I feel like I'm abandoning my post. And then what if everything just falls apart? Which, again, I know it's not going to. My husband is wonderful. He's an amazing father. He's a wonderful husband. He's a very smart man. There's really nothing he can't figure out. This is what I struggle with. And I thought, I was in the shower, we're getting ready to go over to a friend's house this evening for a bonfire, and I was getting in the shower and I was just thinking about all kinds of things. And like, I swear the best ideas happen in the shower. And I thought about the different things that I wanted to share here on my YouTube channel. And a lot of what I talk about is homeschool and homemaking, but I also want to get a little deeper. I want to get more personal and, to a point, obviously, it's the internet still, but I want to connect, and I want other moms, I want you to know that there's other moms struggling with the same things. And in fact, I may be struggling with something that you're struggling with. And I want us to build a community around that, because I think that if we can start to be a little bit more open and transparent about the things that we feel as moms, instead of trying to pretend like we have it all together, or that our homes are perfect, or our lives are perfect, or our marriages are perfect, instead of trying to pretend all of those things, let's just be real. Let's just share our struggles and support each other. And I know the internet can be a really ugly, nasty place. And so I realize my dog's walking around and her collar is jingling, so ignore that. She's making all sorts of background noise. But I know the internet can be an ugly place. I know people can be really, really mean and judgmental. And so, you know what? It's a little bit nerve-wracking opening up to the internet. But when I first started my YouTube channel, I felt a calling to connect and a calling to share some of the things on my heart with other moms. And so this is one of them. And I think I'm going to start, I don't know if it'll be weekly. I don't know. We're going to see how this plays out. But I think I'm going to start a bit of a weekly topic that I want to talk about. I'm going to still continue with like my regular homeschool and homemaking content, because that's very near and dear to my heart. And that's the bulk of my channel. But I think I want to start having like a weekly topic just where I talk about some of the really common things that I struggle with, things that I have struggled with in the past, and just some of the common challenges that are out there for us moms, because there's a lot. And the more we talk about them, the more we confront those challenges, they seem a little bit smaller, right? They seem a little bit less powerful and less intense. So that's what I'm going to do. And maybe I'm going to have some more, shower epiphanies, if you will. But that's what I'm going to do. And I hope that it touches you. I hope it blesses you. And if there's a certain topic that you would want me to discuss, if there's something that you've dealt with that you want me to talk about, then please feel free to put that in the comments. And I would love to just dive deeper into some things. I have some other ideas already that I'm going to discuss, and I'm going to be sharing some things that you, the YouTube world, don't know yet. But again, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to ever come across as somebody who has it all together all the time, because I don't. There are things that I do well, and there's things that I always feel like I'm failing at. And there's just things that tend to cling on to me, that drag me down, and mom guilt is one of them. And I really struggle with that. And I think that I need to do a lot of praying about it. And I think that we all need to pray for each other. I really don't have any answers other than prayer, I suppose. There's just so many things as a mom that we have on the go. And there's so many hats that we wear. I know that with myself, there's just so many things that I try to get done and I try to do. And there's things that I add into my schedule that are purely optional, but they're for my own enjoyment. But I say all this because, I add things to my plate for my own enjoyment, but it's all time out of the day. It's all busy. And us moms, we have a lot going on, and we're trying to juggle a lot of things. And so, if something doesn't happen the way we want it to, or if we decide to leave the house for enjoyment or for whatever, it's hard. It's really hard not to own that and to wear that as guilt, or if something doesn't work, or I don't know. It's hard. It's hard being a mom. It's the best thing in the world, and it's also so refining, which I'm thankful for. But when you're in the fire of refinement, it can feel hot. But I'm really thankful for the refinement that the Lord's doing in my life, and I'm excited to see how he uses me and how he works in our family and the things that he has for our future. I'm thankful for it, but it can be hard. And I just want people to know that no matter what it is that you're going through, there is somebody that can relate to you. You're not alone. Your struggles are unique to you in the sense that they relate to your life in a certain way, but you're not alone. So I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone, because we all fall. We're all human, and we make mistakes. We excel at some things, and we totally screw up at other things. It's just the way it is. So don't feel alone. I'm here. I'm more than happy to pray for you. Just comment, and I will absolutely pray for you. I just hope that in connecting this way and sharing this way, that it might bring somebody a little bit of sense of community and help you to feel seen and heard, because I believe that as moms, whether you are a full-time homemaker, homeschool mom or not, you're so important. You're so valuable. You're so loved. You're so cherished. And not just by your family, but by God. You're so, so important. And the role that you play in your family is so important. And even though I know there's a lot of things waiting to drag us down, that we can overcome those things. And I am praying for myself. I'm praying that God can help me overcome some of my own personal struggles and things that I carry around internally. And I also will be praying for you as well. So, like I said, feel free to comment if there's something specific that you'd like me to pray about or something you'd like me to talk about. But I think this is going to become a bit of a, like I say, maybe weekly or maybe even bi-weekly, where I just think of a topic that, a topic that has to do with motherhood and some of the stuff that we deal with. So that's all. I just wanted to share my heart. Like I say, I was having a shower, washing my hair, and this popped into my mind, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to talk about this, because I bet you there's somebody else out there that can relate to mom guilt. So there we go. I've said it. So anyway, that's it. I'm all done. I'm done my rant. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching my little deep dive into this topic. If you enjoy this type of thing, if you enjoy homemaking or homeschool related content, then click subscribe. It really does help my channel. Click the like and the bell and all that stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.